Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be going over a little video on some of my personal preferences for accessories for a Yamaha RMAX. This is a 22. It's my personal one. And sorry if you can hear the wind, but these are some of the things that I got right off the bat whenever I ordered it. So the very first thing that I got was this windshield. It's a glass windshield, DOT approved. It's laminated, so if it does shatter, it's not going to come all over you and get all over the front of the buggy and get in your eyes and stuff. It'll just, it's the same as your car. It'll just kind of crack. It does have a windshield wiper as well, which is super nice. There's enough room on that side. You can put one as well and run a you can put a automatic wiper up here. Fit and finish is super nice. Comes with this foam. You can kind of see it. The foam goes up against the cage, and these brackets go in the pre-existing holes that are in the RMAX cage. You can see it's bolted on pretty well. The seal is also super nice up along the top, along in the bottom. It goes in the trays that are in the Yamaha RMAX. The only place that really leaks air is up in these corners, which I kind of shoved a little piece of foam in there just temporarily, but it's not a huge deal. It has these little vents that you can open up and slide over, and you can get air through there, which is going to be really nice in the summertime. But if you don't want it, and you know, it's cold out like it is right now in the winter, slide it over, just twist these knobs, and it's closed, and you get hardly any air in there. If you really wanted to, you could take these off and put like a piece of plastic or a piece of rubber that would run the length of this and close it, and it would block it off completely. But it's nice to have whenever you go through water and stuff, because your windshield will get fogged up if you have a full enclosure like I do. So first thing that I got was this windshield, and the second thing I got was the rear windshield. Ordered them at the same time. This is a Spike Power Sports rear window. I got this from UTV Direct, I think. Either way, it's a little vented one, which is super nice. Also, for whenever it gets fogged up, you just open that up and kind of help circulate some air, and it keeps everything nice and good inside the cab. I think I mentioned this is a Super ATV windshield. I got it from them. I think it's the same as the amp, I think it's the amp windshields, but you can do some research on these. There's a ton of windshields out here. This is just the one I got. If I think about it and remember, I'll put links to all this stuff in the description. So the third thing, sorry, is this rear view mirror. It's super nice. There's tons of adjustment on it. It just clips right onto your cage, and you can have it up here, or it'll drop down like 3 or 4 inches if you want to. But it's super nice for whenever you're riding and you don't have to keep turning around to see if your buddies are behind you. You can just look in your mirror, and there you are. Sitting here, it's almost the same height as looking in a rear view in a car. So definitely want to recommend that. If you just bought a side-by-side, the 3 main things that I would personally get is a front windshield, rear windshield, and then a rear view mirror. I also have this light. It's a dome light for night riding. It's super bright, and the batteries last forever on this thing. I actually left this on for like 4 days the one day, and still haven't changed the batteries, and it's just as bright as whenever I put them in. This was from Amazon, I think. Pretty cheap, but it works awesome. So if you're looking for a light, something like this is definitely what you're gonna want to get. It just has 5 LEDs in there, and it's awesome. So after that, I decided that I wanted to get a radio. It's an MTX audio radio. It's pretty nice. Comes on with the key. Well, it gives power with the key, then you just got to hit the power button. There you go. MTX goes straight to Bluetooth or whatever mode you left it on last. It also has a dome light, but it's not quite as bright as It's not quite as bright as this one, but it still does good. After that, I'll show you whenever I get outside, but I did get a light bar. But since we're inside, we'll just continue with the interior mods that I have. I got an Inferno heater, which is awesome. They're about $500 roughly for a RMAX. Just go ahead, it gives you templates and everything you need to put these in. I got 2 vents here. I got a kit to do 2 more vents, but I didn't do it obviously. I just have 2 here, and then my defrosters for the windshield. Those are the best places that I found to fit them, as there's not a ton of room underneath the dash for this thing. But yeah, the Inferno heaters is definitely nice. There is a lot of wind that comes in over about 30 miles an hour. I could do a much better job at sealing this up, but as you can see, a lot of wind that comes in here, and these doors are just terrible for wind. Even sitting in here with it, you know, being a little bit windy outside, I can feel wind coming in these whole doors here. And then down here is really bad. You can kind of see, if I open up the door a little bit, you can see down in here, there's a ton of wind that comes in through here, right out of your front fender. So it's something to think about if you're expecting it, you know, for it to be a sauna in here while you're running 60 miles an hour down the road. That's not going to be the case, but it will make you sweat if you're going, you know, 20 miles an hour through a trail with this thing on high. So the last thing that I actually just installed was this D-mode switch. So the factory D-mode switch goes here, and it's about like $300 or somewhere around in there. I got this for like 60 bucks offline. I have a video on my channel. If you're interested, you can look up how I did this and where I got it. It's super simple install, and it's definitely worth it. It works exactly the same as this one does, only just a lot cheaper, which helps you because you get to save money and spend more money on side-by-side parts if you really want to. So I'm gonna jump outside now because that's all the mods that I have on the interior. So let's jump outside and I'll show you pretty much the last mod that I have for my buggy. Actually, there's one more. Forgot about these little guys. They're super nice. They're little door pockets. The Yamaha RMAXs come pre-drilled for all these holes. All you gotta do is just slap these on and screw them in, and you can keep whatever you want in there. I put my gloves in there because, you know, I'm riding. I can just reach down and grab them if I really need them. But yeah, they're pretty cheap too. I think like $50 or $60. And other side has some as well. There's a bunch of stuff in here. We just went riding. Alrighty, so I got a light bar. I think it's a 40-inch light bar, along with the brackets. They go on the outside of my soft doors. It just kind of clamps right over it. I just drilled 2 holes and then put some tape over it so no wind gets in here. Pretty simple. Just run your wires up through here, and that's super nice at night. And like I said earlier, Super ATV soft enclosed doors. They work really nice. Night and day difference compared to not having doors whenever you're riding and it's cold out. Next up is some mud busters. Also have a video on these. I have a video on pretty much everything that's on my buggy, but these are mud busters. They kind of keep all the dirt and debris out of back up in there. Helps you clean them out a little easier. Some over there. And then the same on this side. As you can see, even the whole way up here, there's some mud busters. And yeah, it stops the mud really well. I'm very impressed with how these things work for the price. I think these were about 70 bucks. And they work great. But that's pretty much it, guys, as far as my personal must-haves for the Yamaha RMAX 1000s. And you know, I've only had this thing about 4 or 5 months so far, and that's what I have so far. Gonna be getting a winch here soon. That's definitely something you're gonna want to have if you're going through some technical trails or muddy terrain where you might get stuck. But that's it so far, guys. Pretty simple, not a whole lot done to it, but definitely enough done that it's a little bit different than how they come factory. You can see here's the back view of the rear windshield. It does have this thick plastic, so when you get stuff in the bed, it's not scratching your plexiglass. It's pretty darn durable. And then here's your vent. As you can see, it kind of does stick out a little bit, but you know, you're gonna have that with the vent. And then here is the passenger side, soft enclosed doors, and they work just like they should. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you want to, and if you want to see some riding videos here. I got a good camera coming in the mail here soon, so I'll be able to get some trail videos and stuff, and less in the garage videos once it warms up a little bit too, because this is the first warm day we've had and it's only 40 degrees. So either way, like and subscribe, throw some comments down there below, and keep on riding. See you later.